Alright guys, so today we're going to check out a sweet van. I'm here in Boise, Idaho. I just met up with my buddy Craig. He's got a YouTube channel called Vandering About. What's up, Craig?
What's up, guys? Van tour time!
Yeah, it's that time.
You've all been waiting, and I've been putting it off, so it's time to get it done.
Alright, so this is the finished product. We actually just got back from a trip. We took a 4-day trip up to Atlanta, Idaho.
Atlanta, Idaho.
So,
long, bumpy, dirt road. I don't know how far was it, man. Like 80 miles?
I think it's like 70 miles up pure dirt road. Yeah, it was an adventure. So we just got back from that, so part of the outside of the van is a little dusty, but we did some cleanup yesterday. So this is your van. What are we looking at anyway?
It's a 1998 Ford E350 with a V10 in it.
The V10, okay.
Just a passenger van, 15 passenger
extended
van. Extended, yeah. So plenty of space. So one thing evolved from the other, and over the years I've had plenty of time to take notes on, you know, what was right and what was not right, and then make those adjustments in the build. And so a lot of thought went into it, a lot of planning, a lot of time, preparation. But it was all worth it because the final outcome is pretty great.
Cool. So you've got the extra length with it being extended, and you can see we got the bed along the side here. Nice comfy bed. And how tall are you?
I am 5'11".
5'11", and you fit on there.
Yeah, that bed is 74 by 30, and I had it specially made. And when I did, I didn't know at the time when I decided those dimensions, but as that turns out, it's the same size of bed that's in like a trucker's cab.
Got it.
So it's really easy to find sheets that are 74 by 30. I mean, they're out there, fitted sheets and all. So
you've got a nice kitchen set up across from the bed, all of this storage space. I'll hop in from the other side. We'll take a look at your cool fridge storage area here. So looking in from the inside here, we got the bed over here. It butts up against this back cabinet where you actually have a nice drawer. That's really slick. And you've got this big lip on the top to be able to keep things in there without falling out. And then this would be your fridge storage.
Yep, so the door just drops down. Everything's hooked. All these doors are hooked up with double magnets. This basically just drops right down to the floor. And then I've got a wood dowel pin right here that you pull that out, and then the drawer just slides open.
Pretty slick.
And then you can easily access the fridge from within inside. Get what you need, and
very cool.
Yeah.
And you've got it vented. There's a vent on the outside.
There's a vent on the back side so that it exhausts the heat out, so that's kind of handy. And then when you're done, the best thing of it all is you just slide it back, put the pin back in there so it doesn't slide forward, and then just simply shut it. It's out of sight, out of mind.
Yeah.
Kind of keeps everything cleaned up.
You notice the whole length of the band, you've got this clear open walkway. I love that. Makes it feel real open in here. And you've got a cool little table you made too for the back.
I do. Yep. So right here is a lip that you can see is built on, and then also over here the same. So then I just take this table, set it up on there like that.
Perfect.
And I've got a workspace there for either cooking or
a little stool there.
Put a little stool there, back up to a lake, set a stool there, put my laptop up there, and edit some videos.
Even sitting right on the couch, you can still access it from the kitchen.
Totally.
See, nice big kitchen counter, 2-burner stove, and you have your propane bottles in here.
Yep. Propane.
2 huge propane bottles.
Everything that's explosive, pretty much back here in the back. So, got some super fuel. My MSR bottles for my cook stoves when I'm hiking or whatever. I've got a saw that I can use to trim branches or what have you. This is my jack. I wanted to have that really accessible in case I have a flat tire. It's a big, I don't know how big, 6-ton jack, bottle jack.
Nice.
This here just lifts out. It's got a dowel pin that connects it, and it goes in between these bottles to eliminate any rattle between the two.
Yeah.
And then this piece keeps them from sliding forward. So
nice.
You got a couple hats in there, tinfoil, and you know how you stuff things into where they
got
go.
Your RC car back up here. So you got LED lighting on the bottom as well as the strip lighting. These are color changing. Love these little storage baskets you have with hooks. One there, you've got one back here. And then of course all this overhead storage is just perfect. A nice lift to keep everything in. The backsplash on the behind the stove. So this is piped directly to your propane tanks, your stove?
Yeah,
cool.
It's got a big hose that actually goes into that cabinet.
All sorts of storage underneath. Just awesome. And then over here you've got a sink, right?
I do. So that is a it's got a little cutting board on top. That's where I can prepare some food, and this also has a strainer.
Got it.
So you can drain, like, you know, some can of vegetables or whatever have you onto it. And then inside the sink here is where I keep my cooking utensils that I use. I've got a knife, you know, can opener. It's really important to have everything pretty easily accessible so that you actually use it. Once you start having to dig for things, it makes it hard. And then down below, right here actually, is a soap dispenser. So I can put dish soap right in there, or a hand soap with an antibacterial in it. This soap, or this thing has full motion, so it moves all different directions. Nice. Basically. It's made by SureFlow. And then down below, I have 2 water bottles. They're both 5 gallons. So I have 10 gallons on board, plus another 6-gallon water jug for drinking water. And then I just keep my spices right here in this section on this board that goes right between the two. That actually hooks the same way as the propane one does. It's hooked in there with a dowel pin, so you lift that out. Cool. And then the other one pulls out as well.
You're on a 12-volt pump on the water.
12-volt pull.
And you're draining just outside the van?
Just drain right up under the van. If I was a place I couldn't drain underneath the van, then I would just go ahead and put like the plug in the sink, and then use it, and then drain it when I could. You know,
or you could put a bucket under there, right, outside?
No, because there's not enough clearance underneath the van to be able to put a bucket. I mean, I could slide like a little oil container or something under it, but otherwise.
Cool. It looks like Woody, your dog, is very at home in the van. He's just chilling. What's up, Woody?
Yeah, he's loving it.
What do you think? This'll work, huh? You got more overhead storage here. It's just great. You got all your dry foods and stuff. And then you just still, with this extended van, you have even more room up front. So you have all this cabinet space as well. So
this drawer right here, if I was to take this out and this out, behind these two things is a bug out bag that's totally loaded. I can grab that if there's ever any problem and just peel out. This shelf right here lifts up, and underneath that shelf in this area right here is my battery banks, which is 2 Trojan T105 batteries. Okay. And then over here
for storage
on this side, this shelf is not removable as it was over here, because this just goes down here into this compartment, and that holds all my tools. So I got my DeWalt screw gun in there, and a skill saw, and all that kind of stuff. And then this spot right here has all my fishing tackle box. I got Woody's food, a couple pans that I use quite frequently, and then back behind that I've got a little portable shower. It's made by Mr. Heater. It heats the water, and it you basically go scoop a 5-gallon bucket into a river, you drop the thing into it, you screw your gas bottle on it, you click it on, you have a pressurized hot shower. So
nice.
It's pretty handy. And then up here I just have clothes. This wire right here is for a TV that I was going to mount right here on a full motion swivel, which would give me the ability to pull it over and then tilt it down and be able to kind of watch a video outside the van in a lawn chair. But you know what? I don't watch TV. Right. I don't have time for that. So
ain't nobody got time for that.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
I'm probably not even gonna put a TV in here, but I did that so that if later I ever wanted to, or hook up something, I have power there, whatever it might be, or if anybody in the future, if I was to get rid of it and they were to want to have a TV, they could. So the options there. And then I've got a couple of reading lamps. There's one here and one over there as well.
Yeah.
And then also the solar charge controller.
Yeah. And then now on your bed, you've got storage underneath the bed. You can see your light switch panel that controls all your lights. You've got a USB port, extension cord coming out from your inverter, which is under there. And that's, you just lift it up, prop it up to access your storage.
I do.
Cool.
So,
Woody, we're gonna have to ask you,
let's get
buddy.
Come on, you.
Buddy.
Come on. Come on.
Buddy.
Alright, so
Nice, look at that. You just got a stick to prop it up.
I just lift it up and prop it up like that.
So you did drill holes for ventilation in your bed.
I did, definitely, yeah. And then got a, this is a Nature Power inverter, 2000 watt pure sine wave. It's a very good inverter. I would say though, honestly, if you're looking to get an inverter, I don't think you really need a 2000 watt.
Yeah.
You know, and you can definitely get away with a lot less expensive one than that.
You've got the solenoid, so you charge while you're driving too.
Yeah, that's the
handy.
Stinger isolator, which is really handy for those cloudy days.
And all this space for storage. That's awesome. So this is kind of gear that you don't necessarily access a lot, but still need to keep it somewhere, right?
Yeah.
Cool.
There's a couple tarps and sleeping bags and tent and all
Very
kinds
nice.
of goodies under there. So
You can just prop that up when you need access, drop it back down. And you were talking about in the future if you ever had someone else in the van with you, which I think you could accommodate 2 people, you'd try to do like a slide out bed.
So the only thing that I would do differently if I was to do this van again, knowing that I had, you know, a girlfriend or a wife or whatever the case was, I would make this a slide out bed. And this bed can be pulled out of here in probably less than 4 minutes. I mean, it came in, everything is individual. It's all really easy to get out. So this bed can come out and a new bed could be made, one that had some slats that slide out and take and go all the way to this space.
Yeah.
And then just have the mat come up so it'd be like a backrest and a couch in day mode and then a bed at night. So otherwise, I would leave it like this, you know.
Yeah, I mean, that bed is plenty big for me. I'm the same height. I'm 5'11".
Yeah, it's...
And the width, yeah, just turn those pillows around and you got a comfy place to sleep.
Definitely is. I slept
awesome.
really good this weekend. So.
And then you've got the roof vent fan too. So your version's pretty sweet. It's all by remote. It's got like 10 different speeds. It automatically shuts the vent open and closed. It's cool.
Yeah, and it makes a huge difference too.
Yeah.
I mean, you can really feel, you know, the air movement from that thing. And I did some cooking in it this weekend, and with the stove right here and the fantastic fan on, it sucked all the vapors right
That's
over
awesome.
and out. So nothing, no vapors even really came up into this area under the shelf, which I was a little bit worried about because this is what, maybe 20 inches or so.
Yeah. Oh man, it's very
25
spacious
inches.
in here. Very spacious.
Backsplash right here, just so that when I'm cooking, it doesn't all get onto the walls. And I think you mentioned it already, but it's a handicapped door kick plate is what that is, stainless steel.
Cool.
And it's easy to wipe off, you know, bacon grease or spaghetti splatter, whatever the case is.
So you have 200 watts of solar. You have the flat, flexible panels.
Flat, flexible, Renogy 100 watt solar panels. I have two of those. And they are, I mean, you can see what I'm running at on my batteries right now, but I'm 13.8 volts.
Yeah.
And I have all the lights on. And basically, the fridge is on low.
Yeah.
Yeah, all the lights, the strip lights, every light in here is on.
You got plenty of power.
The only thing that's not on right now is the fantastic roof vent, and that's not going to do anything.
Yeah.
I've left that on 24 hours.
Very cool. So you think this is going to work out for you? Anything that you feel like you would want to change? I know at first you said you just had a little bit too much stuff. You removed some things, and now
I did. So when we went to Atlanta, you know, what I did was I got everything that was in the van before in the van, and I also combined what was in my toolie rack above my car into the mix. So everything's actually in here, but I realized that there was a little bit too much and some stuff that I didn't really need like ever. So that stuff got taken out. A few things got replaced with things that made more sense, like that chair that's right behind you.
yeah,
I had a really good chair before, and you know, I liked it. There was no complaints, but that just makes everything a lot more comfortable when you're out there. So got Woody's bed up there.
Yeah.
That's where he rides at in the front seat. Got a Yeti cooler right there off to below you, which keeps the drinks nice and cold when you're driving down the road. This is a little table, so it's got a pin right here that's in the table, and it keeps it from flopping around. But if you can you pull that? There we go. So pull that out, and this lifts
look
up.
at that. That's awesome. That's a huge table.
Yeah, it really adds to the ability for cooking, and or I can put a laptop here and sit on my stool. So I have access to set my laptop up either here or in the back. So I have two workstations that I can work from. So, and it just collapses down really easy. You just close those things and
Brilliant.
do that, and then stick the pin back in there. So
There it is.
fire extinguisher right behind the seat. I think everybody needs to make sure they have one of those.
Yeah. Woody's food there.
Yeah.
Cool, man. Well, I appreciate the tour. This turned out awesome. I think it's going to serve you well. Just a beautiful workmanship, craftsmanship, engineering, just the whole package, man. This is going to be a sweet little home on wheels for you.
It's gonna be a lot of fun. Can't
Yeah.
wait. The adventure's gonna get started here pretty quick. I'm chomping at the bit. So
Cool.
got some good friends of mine that are out of town right now. They're in Italy for the next 3 weeks. So I'm watching their dog and babysitting a couple cats, and then when they get back, it's time to hit the road. So
Sweet, man. So you guys can go over and check out Craig's channel, Vandering About. I'll leave a link for it. He does have a playlist with all the van build series, so you can watch this thing from start to be finished. And once again, man, really appreciate it. So check out Craig, Vandering About. Thanks, man.
thanks a lot, guys. Have a
Peace.
great day.